Welcome back to the Day One podcast. I am your host, Adam Daly, and I am excited to bring you another episode with just fantastic news. As you may have heard or seen in the posts and emails that have gone out, this is a big week for Day One. We have been acquired by the company called Automattic, and to talk about that today, I have CEO and founder of Day One, Paul Mayne. How you doing, Paul?
I'm great.
This is exciting. I'm really excited to talk about this today and to dive into just kind of the background of what happened and where we go from there. So for people who might not be familiar with Automattic, it's a great company led by Matt Mullenweg, who is a pioneer in the tech world, founded WordPress, and in addition to that, they've got a number of other properties that they have, like Tumblr and Longreads and SimpleNote. So we're excited to join that family. But Paul, let's just get down to it. Like, how did this acquisition come about?
Well, I mean, Day One has had a lot of acquisition interest over the years. You know, we get inbound for investment or to be purchased. And, even some early interest from Facebook and Dropbox. And as I've learned over the years, none of those just didn't feel right. And it's easier to kind of ignore that inbound. But when I heard from Automattic, a company that I've admired and followed Matt over my career and have built Day One, kind of inspired by some of the things that he's shared online, I was intrigued to explore the idea.
That's exciting. So this is going to be a big change. You're going to have a boss now. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's going to be a big change for me. After having the freedom in owning my own company for 10 years, which has been very rewarding, I also have to wear a lot of hats and lots of responsibilities in not only being the CEO and managing 15 people, also doing the finances and the HR and marketing. I even stock the office snacks.
We can't forget about that.
But I think this opportunity really gives us the ability to focus on the things we're best at. And for me, that's my passion for the product and innovating Day One, taking advantage of opportunities in the advancements on Apple's platforms. So now I think we're going to benefit from being able to focus, but also the resources at Automattic. They have experts in a lot of areas that are going to enhance what we're doing. And in turn, we're going to deliver more of the improvements, innovations, and bring our roadmap out sooner and just continue the things that we've been doing well.
And Matt's going to be great to work for as well.
Yeah, definitely. He and his team would be great bosses. They have a great reputation among companies they've acquired in the past. And with any acquisition, you'd want to make sure you understand what their intentions are. And, something that we've put everything into and value very highly. In every case, I think they'll come across as, wanting us to keep operating in the same way and run the business autonomously, but that's not always how it plays out, But when you look at Automattic's track record, I'm encouraged. For example,
definitely. Yeah.
They bought SimpleNote almost 10 years ago, and SimpleNote was a big influence for me in starting Day One. In fact, the working name of Day One was Simple Journal.
Oh, nice.
But now, after 10 years after that acquisition, they're still maintaining SimpleNote. They're still independent and running as a free app, and they keep updating it and maintaining it. And so, companies give a lot of platitudes when they make an acquisition about how they'll leave it alone and let it run. But in this case, I think Matt and Automattic has shown that he walks the talk.
Yeah, that's great news. And I think that's really important to hear as well. What's Automattic's interest in Day One?
Well, I think we're a really good fit there, and that's why it feels right. We're experts in Apple software, and we're privacy focused. We have an amazing iOS Mac engineering team, and we produce beautiful native software on Apple's platforms. Well, Automattic, they have a really strong web presence with the web publishing, with WordPress, which powers something like 40% of the websites on the internet.
Wow.
And we have a shared focus in writing. That's what Day One is based in, and where they're primarily experts in public writing on the web, we bring the element of private writing in native apps. But Day One is and always will be private first. We've built everything from the ground up around privacy, and I don't think many people realize this, but it's not easy to build end-to-end encryption technology that syncs.
Mm-hmm.
And if we've done it well, our users never have to really know or care about it. It just works. But if you look around at other apps, very few have true end-to-end encryption, and even fewer of them sync in the way that ours does. So I think Automattic has seen that technology and views us as privacy experts. So we bring new capabilities around privacy that they can potentially learn from and implement across their other properties.
Yeah, that's really important for a lot of our users too. Is privacy, that encryption of their journaling thoughts. So that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And I'd just like to say, I understand that our users have trusted us with some of their most important personal private data, and we've earned that trust.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of our users don't have that same level of familiarity with Automattic that they do with Day One, with us. So I understand that if there's some nervousness. And we can make all the promises in the world, but Matt and I know it's on us to prove it, to walk the talk, and we're determined to do that.
Yeah.
So I would just ask everyone to consider this. First, I've been using Day One since it started. I built it because it was something I wanted to use. And I just checked before the podcast, I've got over 36,000 of my own personal entries in there.
Wow. Holy cow.
So if anyone's got skin in the game, I do.
Yeah.
I want it to be private and secure and safe, and I have to believe in it. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that I would be horrified if it ever became public.
Yeah.
That's not what it's meant for. And Matt, the CEO at Automattic, he's been using Day One since 2016. So we both have a personal interest in making sure that Day One always stays safe and private.
Yeah.
So in addition to that, the idea that Automattic would buy Day One and turn it into like WordPress or Tumblr, it just doesn't make sense. There isn't really an incentive for Automattic to do that. And if you compromise the privacy of Day One, you'd be devaluing the thing that everybody values the most about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So smart companies understand that people care more about privacy now than ever before. They're looking at ways to up their privacy game. Mm-hmm. And as I said, I think that's a big part of why they're interested in us. We built technology that can help them add more privacy features to the products that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a lot of just experience that we've had there that we can add value to them, and with their resources, we can keep going with those improvements as well.
Yeah. So for example, they've got great resources on the Android side, and so we've had some technical challenges around running end-to-end encryption on Android. Because that hasn't been our expertise, and where we've been more focused on Apple. They have expertise in that area and on the web, and so that'll help us achieve those goals that we have around exploring opportunities on Android and on the web that have been on our roadmap. And so, as we've been making progress on those things, this Automattic's going to help us bring those things to market a lot faster.
Yeah. I keep going back in my mind over this word accelerate, and that it's really encouraging for me, working with our users on a regular basis, seeing where maybe some of the pain points are and things that we can do better at and work towards that. I love this word accelerate, and that's super encouraging for me, and I love that we're going to take that on and really go forward with it.
Yeah, definitely. Day One's my baby, and it will continue to be. I've always expected I'd spend my life working on Day One, and I love it. I think you'll see that this accelerates our ability to keep improving and innovating and making sure Day One is the best and only journal you'll ever need.
Yeah, I love that. So with that, what are some of the things that you see kind of maybe near term that we can start working on and getting out there?
Yeah, so we've been working on a cool feature that we call concealed content. And this is a feature that allows you to kind of conceal the content in the journal as you're browsing only through additionally tapping through, let's say on the timeline, it's kind of blurred out and you can tap through to expose that.
Oh, nice.
And it just adds another element to see if you're in a setting that may not be, you're sitting next to someone on a plane or in cases where we've had like a shared screen and something where we're always working on Day One, that
Yep.
you never know where something could just be observed by looking at your screen. So this helps even increase some additional privacy in that setting.
I love that. I mean, they make physical products for that, and this is great. Just have it in the software.
Yeah, another one we're excited about is the shared journals feature, which we've been talking a lot about for a while.
Oh yeah,
that's our most requested feature. And so an example for that would be a husband and wife. They can have a family journal that they can both contribute on about children or their travels or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You could have one for a trip you go on with some friends. You could, it's kind of like a shared photo album, but with the element of writing being the primary thing. So we've been laying the groundwork for that for over a year in terms of the infrastructure needed for it. So now that that's in place, we're making real headway on building out the user experience.
That is exciting to hear. I know that's gonna be a big one. That's awesome.
Then the web app. So that's something that we've been considering on and off over the years, and what we've made with our back end improvements is a huge leap forward on that system, and what we need to finally open the door for more capabilities on the web. So more of your journaling can be done from any browser like Chrome or Safari. And we're also finishing up a Chrome extension, like a new version of that's awesome.
Yes.
So, and naturally, we'll be looking at how to make it easier to import content from the web into your journal. Things like an obvious one would be your from a WordPress blog or others.
Yep.
So
that's awesome. So and that's another big, just as an observation, that's another big thing that we've been working on as far as the encryption and privacy goes. Like, having a web app is super convenient, but making sure that it's still private and secure is definitely a focus and something that we've wanted to build up and get that right before just throwing out a web app out there, right?
Exactly. That's a really hard problem, and that's why you don't see a lot of end-to-end encrypted web technologies. It comes down to a lot of other details for a user being able to manage their private key and do it in a way that we can be confident that it's secure.
Yeah, I love it. Well, you've heard from Paul. I think this is going to be great. I'm looking forward to all that's happening right now. Just in my observations, when we heard the announcement on Monday, it was really exciting. I know there was some anticipation of what's coming next, but as we've started to meet the team from Automattic and start this transition, we've been extremely welcomed into that group, and I think our team is really excited to keep going and keep working on Day One, keep making it great and doing what we do best, making a great digital journal app. So a lot of exciting stuff coming, Paul.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Is there anything else? That's pretty much it.
Yep. Great.
Please stay tuned. We want to keep you informed, keep using the app. Thank you for your support throughout these years. I think, again, I go back to that word accelerate. I think this means great things for what comes next for the app and just that focus on privacy still. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We hope you listen to us next time. And as always, if you need any assistance, you can take a look at our help guides at help.dayoneapp.com. or contact support if needed beyond that at dayoneapp.com/contact. We are here to help. So thanks, Paul.
Thanks,
I
Adam.
hope you have a great rest of your week.
You too.
Talk to you soon.